I want you to watch this video and follow just the really easy steps that I have in here. And it's going to allow you just to launch that first mini course and create that space where you can invite people in to discover more about you. And you can do that within a day. Trust me, it can be done very quickly, especially with the help of AI out there. But this is more about getting that momentum too. You know what the quickest way to never launch a course is? Basically just still keep there waiting and trying to make it perfect. Don't try and make it perfect. Just get your idea out there. The point of this video is to get you to just create that first little course and start building that momentum. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can launch your $50, $20, whatever it is, mini course this week, even in a day, to be honest. And you can start earning. You can start pushing out that, product that you have out there. You've got something to offer and you can use that momentum just to really grow. So look, there are so many videos out there, so many, bits of information out there which promote, those high ticket courses. And yes, they're very tempting and I get it. They are fantastic. And they're only fantastic and they're only reachable, I guess we can call it, if you have a following, if you have an audience, if you have some place where people can really look you up and see, is this person really delivering those results? And you've seen in stories, people out there, they're launching $2,000 courses and they're making millions. That's fantastic. We all want to do that. And some of us do that. But what you don't see are the hundreds of hours that go behind building all of those particular programs. And there's huge risks obviously behind that as well. There's a lot of money that's pumped into ads, teams, etc. You can have a $2,000 course built just by yourself and implement it, but you've got to put a lot of hours into that push. But some people don't want to go ahead and pay $2,000 for a course with someone that they really just don't know. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to create just a mini course just to give people a really quick win and a good idea of who you are and how you deliver the content you are trying to deliver. So this is all going to be based on less pressure. There are no massive time or cost investment involved in creating this little mini course. And it is easier to create this mini course as well. Based on the price, it's almost basically the price of going out for dinner these days, if not actually a lot less than going out for dinner, maybe entree these days. And it's not like you're asking people to put a down payment on a house or something like that for the course. And you can also create early wins with this course, right? You can prove yourself and your idea really quickly. You can get valuable testimonials as well from people by doing your quick little course. If they've got a quick win out of it, they'll appreciate that. And it will really start building that genuine audience and that confidence in who you are. So the truth, your first sale at $50 will feel incredible. And it does give you that momentum, that win just for yourself, not just for the people who are doing your course. So get this course out there. You can do it in a day. It doesn't take long to do. And you will be creating a location where you can send people to really learn something rather than just download a lead magnet, a quick little PDF or do a quick survey. You'll actually get people more involved in who you are, what you do, and within your space. Right. So what do we include in this mini course? Well, this section here, we're going to talk about keeping it simple, right? Your mini course doesn't need to have 10 lessons and, tons of bonuses and downloadables, etc. What it just needs is just some clarity and an obvious win for those learners. So here's a structure that works. First thing you need to think about is, what is the outcome, right? Make sure that your outcome for this course is relevant. And make sure that outcome is within your title as well of the actual course. So name your course based on exactly what the problem you're solving is. Like, stress-free meal planning for 7 days, or maybe your first meditation routine, something like that. So just keep that title really simple and make sure that it does include what the outcome is of that mini course. Now, for the actual lessons, I recommend, if it's just that mini course that you want to create, make it 3, maximum 5 lessons just within that course. You don't need multiple modules or anything. And just to explain, in a course, you have your course, which is obviously the whole thing. Modules are usually the major sections, and within those modules are lessons. So in this case, creating this mini course, I would suggest just the main course and 3 to 5 lessons. Keep it really simple. Something that your users could buy quickly, dive into quickly, and really get a quick win out of it. Implement whatever it is you're teaching nice and quickly. So the first suggestion is, with respect to the content you would put in there, is create a welcome video. Show your face, keep it casual, say hi, and set the clear expectations and encourage that action for them to take within the next lesson. So once you've done your welcome video, keep the next maybe 3 or 4 lessons really punchy and short. So just really keep them under maybe 10 minutes of information. And when I say 10 minutes, it could be a 10-minute video where you're explaining what you need them to do. So give some really clear insight, at least one small action step for that lesson and one immediate win for them as well. So yes, you've completed this one task, now move to the next one. Now, like I said, let's say it is a, first meditation. It could be the first lesson is how to set up your space to meditate. So here's an example. Like, let's say the first lesson would be just a quick explanation where you have a video or even audio explaining what it is that you want them to do. Lesson 2 could actually be that practical action guide where you give them a PDF or a worksheet to download. And then lesson 3 could be that whole summary video, or it could be pointing out, here's some extra resources or what to do next to expand on this learning. In the last step with respect to your course, make sure there is a CTA, a call to action, where you're really inviting those students to leave feedback, give you a DM, whether it's through email, whatever it is. Now, in our system, you would see in the images that we've been sharing, in our lessons, you can click on, ask the expert, or even leave a comment in the lessons. And this will really build that connection between you and your students, but also provide you with future ideas on how you might, evolve that mini course or move on to the next larger course evolution. So really ask for feedback, really ask for testimonials, ask for anything that you can from those students in there. They've invested in you, they're building that trust with you, and you're showing them that, hey, I'm asking you for feedback because I really want to make sure that the next product I deliver for you has even more value in there for you. Just be transparent and they will appreciate it. So it's very simple to use our system, which is WISDOME. And the best thing you can do is just get started putting the information in there, right? All you need is a course cover, right? So you just have one bit of graphic, which is your course cover. Obviously, we'll have the title of the course on there, any other little information, but it's really just that cover that you want to just promote of the course itself, little description in there. And then with all of the lessons, you'd have a lesson cover. Again, it'd be like lesson 1 and the title of it. You need a description for your lesson where you're telling people what it is that you're going to share with them, what they need to do, etc. And also giving them that call to action. And then once you've got that information in there, it's a matter of just maybe recording that first little welcome video, uploading it into that little welcome lesson if you want to. It's just very easy to do. And as you can see in this system, we've created this one little course. You put a cover in there, description, you put your lessons in there, you've got the description, the cover, embedding a video in there if you want to, uploading a resource if you need to as well. And then you can just go out there and just start selling it. And here in this image, you can see that we have our sales page. And when you allow that product, because you can hide products in our system as well, so you have that product live on the sales page, you can send people directly to that course and just start selling from there. Really easy. Right now, so how do you get this course in front of people? So this becomes the most important part that I guess a lot of creators really dread, right? It's that selling point. But really, selling your mini course doesn't have to be scary because you're not asking for a massive commitment. And that's where that ease comes in, right? The first thing you're going to do is just send out some personal invites. Send out a quick message to maybe 3 to 5 people, if not more. If you can, triple that, 10 times that, do so. But send it out to a few people that you know are very close to you. They're very warm contacts, let's call it. And there's no fancy copy or anything like that. All you're trying to do is just remind them of that genuine connection that you have. And we will have I have a guide that you can download inside the description where it will have some sort of sample scripts that you can send. But something you could basically say to them is, hey, I've just launched this mini course and it's on, topic here. And I thought that it might be helpful for you. I would love your thoughts on it. I would love your feedback as I push this out even further to the general public. That's one way to just start getting that momentum. And as they're actually doing the course, it will actually mean that they will be talking about your course possibly with other people So word of mouth steps in here. The next step is the obvious, social sharing, right? So instead of being real salesy posts and stuff like that, just share something that, you're really excited. You got your first course out there. You've got this little mini course out there and you can't wait, to see people jump in there and get that first win. Another element to a social post could be really pointing out why you made the course in the first place, pointing out some facts, some surveys out there and so forth that you saw that there was a real need for this information to go out there. So these are really good types of posts that will really just get that momentum of people going, oh, yeah, I can see why this would be good to do. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. It's not a huge investment. I'll give it a try. So beside the social share and the DMs that you put out there or the emails that you send out there, you want to have a location where this course is visible online. And that would be on your webpage. It would be possibly on your profile, be it in LinkedIn, be it in Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, where you have sort of the banner. Maybe the course could be on the banner because it's a brand new thing that you've put out there. This is where this course is available. And people will just go and click on it and purchase from there. It's a matter of just making that consistency where you're promoting it, you're pushing it out there directly to people, which are through emails and DMs. You're promoting it by just announcement, which is via your socials and so forth. And then the last, which is what I mentioned, is having it literally sitting in a location where you're promoting your business or who you are, your profile. So they're the three little areas that you need to think of where you will push this small course and start getting those eyes on what it is that you're offering and action accordingly. So here's the best part when it comes to, creating that mini course. You created the mini course, you upload it into the system, you start promoting it. Then there's that other element where you can't just, set and forget. You do need to be there because what you're trying to do is obviously build up that momentum, build up that audience and get people to see you, right? And see the opportunity of working with you more, learning from you more. So how do you do that? Well, you need to add that human moment in your hub. And that's why we always suggest, whatever course you're selling and so forth, make sure it's scalable to a point where you're allowing those students to see other opportunities to be with you, to be with other people who you surround yourself with. So the best part here, when it comes to creating those small courses or the mini courses, is that this is just an initial offer that you're keeping quite simple, but you're leaving room for it to grow further and have that genuine connection with those students in there. So whilst you're offering this small little course, you're giving them an extra element now of having the hub. So with WISDOME, you have the course. People join the course, they do the course, great, first win, all the rest of it. But with our courses, you also get an attached area, or you get an area in our hub where people who are in a course can converse in a social group and they can chat with each other. That's what we call peer-to-peer learning. And that is fantastic in building that momentum and getting people talking whilst doing the course. Now, that's their own sort of communication interaction. But what you want to do is introduce yourself as that human moment. And that could be by, again, in our system, we have events. So they literally just click the events button and they can see all the events that you might have up there available for them to register and come to. And an event could be just a live Q&A that you might run weekly, monthly, whatever it is. And that's where from the course, you could be inviting them into a membership, or you run the membership and you invite they can do the course from within the membership. But the point here is making sure that you're giving that element of yourself within this hub. You're making this really personal. You're coming in there and you're giving them that human moment where they're knowing, yes, someone is actually in this area and teaching me this information. And when you connect like this, something really does happen when it comes to your learners and your audience really growing with you. And that is the trust. The trust level goes up. People feel they are valued because you are spending time there with them, and your small offer suddenly becomes a massive gateway to your premium offers because they know that you're offering this little thing, but look at this massive environment that's surrounding it and all these other premium opportunities. There's this massive program that you're offering. It could be a coaching program. It could be advanced courses. It could even be just coming into a membership and just seeing things evolve. And that's why keeping it simple and just getting that small course in there now is so important. and it just allows you to grow later. And yes, you can charge premium prices and so forth on the other areas where your human touch is really coming into programs and so forth when you are ready to do so. But you can just get the ball rolling, get it started, get a course in there, just start selling it out there, push it out there like we said, do the element of speaking to your warm contacts that you have, ask them to have a look at it. What do they think? Get some feedback, push it out there with socials, advertise it, promote it in that way, and also have a place where you can showcase your course on your website and so forth, your profile pages. But remember, small actions today do create big outcomes tomorrow. So you really can get started today. And don't forget to watch our next video where I explain why all of this really does matter, especially in today's age. So there, download the guide in the description below. There is a 20% code to our business plan to WISDOME. You will be able to just log in straight away, check it out, put your course in there, get your sales page in there, and start sharing it out with the world. The aim is to just get your mini course out there, get a product out there, and getting people that little first win so you can build that trust with them. All right, if this video helped and it made you feel like, okay, I've got this, I can start creating this course, then I'd love it if you could hit the like button, subscribe, and the notification bell, just so you don't miss the next video. So the next video is going to be really pointing out how we show up, will be how we grow. So this is why starting something simple is actually the smartest move right now. Just get that mini course out there. And look, it's not just going to be your first offer. It's your first signal, and it starts telling your audience that you're here. Watch the next video when it comes out. So do hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with it all.